Namaste, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jenny, and we're going to be talking about what's coming up this week, what vibes you're feeling, what you might be thinking, what you might be experiencing, and what's going on. Okay, so we have little Miss Bella here, which she's always in my videos, and I'm totally taking advantage of having her in my videos whenever she feels she wants to come in, which is pretty much all the time, right? So there's my little Bella. There's my little girl. So always be grateful for what you have going on, what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, okay? Because there's reasons for that. And we're going to talk about that right now. So, those of you who are not subscribed to my channel, let's push that button right there in the corner to subscribe. That way, you're going to get weekly videos. That way, you're going to get notifications whenever I do a new video. I can be very spontaneous and I just kind of stay in the moment of what is going on. And because I've had a lot of people asking me, like, geez, Jenny, like, why am I feeling this? Like, what is going on? So we still have a lot of ascension symptoms. Yes, you too, baby. We still have solar flares in the air. And little Miss Bella, of course, has to check it out. And don't forget that your animals, by the way, they're very sensitive. They're more like I'm a very, very sensitive person. I can literally pick up on energy so quickly, so fast. It doesn't matter where on this planet in other dimensions it's coming from. So energy really affects me deeply as well. So for those of you who are very empathetic, and even your animals, they do react to this energy. So you might have been feeling really tired, like blurred vision. You might have like a lot more headaches. How many of you woke up thinking, gosh, like I have a headache? Like, what is going on? Like, is it my blood pressure? Is it like what? And ascension symptoms, meteor energy right now, cosmically, is also being present, especially coming this week towards the end of week, Thursday, Friday, you could have some sleepless nights. And it's not just you. And make sure that you write down what you're experiencing in your dreams, because there's a lot more vivid dreams coming up. You might have like more of that, geez, I really felt like I did some astral traveling. I felt I was like floating up with the planets. It was interesting. I thought like I felt this being beside me, or this energy, or this angel beside me. Like what's that about? So if you have like angels or beings or people that if it's family or friends or pets that you've lost that have passed on, when they come into your dreams, it's because it's them. So pay attention to what they're trying to show you, if it's symbols, if they're trying to talk with you, if they're showing you different things, and keep a journal and write things down. Okay, because I want to know what's going on with you guys. So just, you might also be feeling like really tired joints. Like I woke up yesterday morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, like my legs literally felt like they weighed like 100,000 pounds. And I'm like, wow, like what has just happened? You might find that you have like different type of food cravings, where it's going to be like, geez, I'm craving for this food. And it's just, I never have that. I never liked it. Or some of you, you know how like whenever you're pregnant, you can get cravings for certain foods like pickles and ice cream, let's say. You might experience some of those cravings as well. So if you're craving something, have it, because your body is needing something, that it could be missing, that it needs. It could be more calcium in it. You might be experiencing like some hot flashes, and it's not just because you're in menopause, let's say, right? And then all of a sudden you're cold. Like you might be feeling, geez, like why am I so cold, right? Like my place is warm. Those are part of the portal eclipse energy, and symptoms and such like that. Like your sleep is going to be off. You could have that brain fog where, all of a sudden you're thinking, like yesterday, I was writing out like my my grocery list, and I'm like, God, my mind just went blank. Like what is it that I need? Right? And it's just like, and I literally had to go through my things again, right? And I'm like, okay, yes, you need that, you need that. And I just kind of went off in the distance somewhere. So that's all normal right now. I mean, if you're experiencing like a lot of like, oh my gosh, am I really ill? Always go check with your doctor. Like always go check with your doctor or health practitioner. That's really, really important. So, because a lot of right now shifts with your DNA on a cellular memory, cellular level, it's like going up in frequency. It's releasing past life memories with trauma. It's also bringing certain energy to the center, to your core to work with. So we also have that inner child healing going on right now, and we have that Chiron energy, and that's going through, of course, to January. And combined with this Mars retrograde, so you would have to watch my other videos to get more information on the Mars retrograde that I've done and such like that. Because of this eclipse energy, it's really transcending you forward if you surrender it and go with the flow of what truly needs to be changed. If you fight against it, you're going to have a more difficult week and a time. So it's like whenever you know, excuse me, that you need to make certain changes, if it's like a bad relationship, a bad job, a bad habit, really pay attention to it and call upon the angel of mercy or Archangel Michael to help you work through that. I mean, even the other night, there's something that I've been struggling with, and I'm like, Angel of Mercy, please come through. Give me the strength and the guidance and the will to make this happen with ease and grace. I am open for change. I am ready to make that happen. Your angels do hear you. This is why they're with us. We have our guides, our angels. We have a lot of different spiritual beings with us at all times. And especially when you call on them and ask for help, they'll be there. Like sometimes they will automatically boof. They'll be there right there for you. Like that happens with me. Like pay attention to certain signs with it. There's been a lot of like endings, especially with relationships. Like I have talked to so many people this week and clients that, gosh, my boyfriend or my girlfriend, they just ended my relationship. Or Jeni, I want a divorce. I can't handle this anymore. Really, really listen and pay attention. This is why some of you have gone into that. I need some space right now. I need some quiet time. I really need to hear those messages coming through. Why am I so sad? Pay attention, because that's your soul saying, there's endings coming. Your soul contract with that person is ending, or it's soon ending. It's also showing you your worth. So for those other people who are not treating you with respect, or trying to control and manipulate you or make you feel like everything's your fault, stay behind the scenes. Tune in to what you're hearing and seeing. Really pay attention, because your soul wants you to let go of that energy. It's been very prominent. I've had literally like so many readings with people, and a lot of it, about 85% of it's been relationship endings. And this is why cycle endings, very dramatic cycle endings. This eclipse energy was very profound. We're still in it. This is why you're all still like, wow, like what's going on? And towards this end of this week and weekend, next weekend, you're going to start to feel a little bit better if you go more in alignment within your soul and you surrender the process. If you're fighting against it, it's not going to work with you at all. So really look at where you are right now. You're going to hear the little squeaky toy. That's Bella, of course. And no, we're not playing Mr. Squeaky right now, but you might hear that. So you might see and hear from people from your past this week as well. There's reunions coming up with family or friends, people that you haven't talked to for quite some time. That's coming more to present, and just really see what they're saying, and that's the thing. Like there's people that want to apologize to you. Maybe there's somebody that you want to forgive, and that's all part of this cosmic change right now that you're going through and that you will experience this week. So the 13th today to the 20th, it's a huge week for you. Like I know I say that every week, but it's so true. And this is exactly why I'm doing more Cosmic Weekly videos, because the energy changes so quickly. And that way, as you're experiencing things, you're going to be like, oh, I remember that's what Jeni said. And why that's why I'm going through this right now. This is why I'm feeling and hearing and sensing and like going through all the modalities within my own soul of what is coming to the surface. And when you're being shown what you really need to let go of, it can be very painful. You might not be ready. You might not be ready yet. Excuse me. We all have that journey of the soul within. And when you've been doing that soul reflection, you have also seen that spirit has stepped in and taken and removed people away from you that you're no longer in alignment with. So you might have seen, if you've been paying attention, of who certain people are around you are like, you know what? I can only be with authentic people. I can't be around people who are fake, who are trying to, manipulate or control me, or like take me on a whole different journey where it's like, you know what? I don't connect with that. I don't resonate with them anymore. And this energy is all about authenticity. It's so important to stay true to who you are as you're evolving, as you do that soul work within. That's why I call my website Soul Work with Jeni. That's why I called my television show at Shaw TV Soul Work, because it comes from the work from within. When you are taking that time to meditate and reflect and really look at reality with your journey, you are letting go, you're transcending forward, and your soul will help push you forward in such a huge way when you surrender and let go. So important to be grateful. All your lessons that you have learned are a gift. It's never easy whenever you have to learn a lesson, because lessons are normally always painful. And that's when it's like, take that step back, reflect on that relationship, especially if it's very karmic. Reflect on the lessons that you have learned. See where you are now today compared to where you were a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, a year ago. You're going to see just how much that you have evolved, and your soul has helped you move forward if you've been more in alignment within your soul and tuning in. That is so important. Be grateful for, the memories that you've shared with people from your past, the people that have passed on. You might have found that also this past few days, and even coming this week, that there's certain memories from your past that are coming up from people that you have lost, that have passed on, friends, family, pets, whoever. Really embrace that pain and go within. And you can call upon them. Like, I've literally felt my dad around me a lot. And this month is his anniversary of his death, November 28th. And I'm like, okay, that's why as well. It's still helping with the healing process and such like that. And sometimes also too, by the way, whenever you're feeling strong, all of a sudden you could be like, geez, excuse me, thinking more of my dad, or I'm thinking more of my friend or animal that has passed on. It's because they're with you more, and they're trying to get your attention. They're trying to say, you know what? I'm with you. I'm right here with you. Thank you for the memories that we've shared together. And because I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, I do connect and hear messages 24/7. And especially whenever I hear somebody coming forth for myself, I'm like, okay, who are they? What's the message? And then I'm so grateful for them. And I thank them again. And I'm like, can you please show me the way? Can you please show me what I need to do to change? Can you please give me the strength? Like anything like that. They're there to help you. And sometimes, and a lot of times, they can do a lot more for you once they've passed than what they have done for you when they're present. And they might even be coming back in your dreams and asking for forgiveness. Because when somebody passes, they're going to be showing everything that they have done, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I hurt that person, or I treated them badly. Or if I had an addiction, let's say if I was like on drugs and I wasn't in my mind frame and, I was hurting them or stealing from them or whatever it was, they have a tendency to come back in your dream forms, or unless they come to like a medium, like I'm a medium, I get messages from people who have passed on. And a lot of the times they'll ask for forgiveness. And I know that can be very difficult for some of you, especially if that person has really hurt you or betrayed you. But just know that they're now being shown what they actually did to you. Where when they're physically present, if they're on like very addicted on a drug or something, they're not in their right head mind. It's the drug or the alcohol or whatever that has taken them over. And nobody wants to go through that. Nobody wants to be an addict. So when somebody has, addiction issues, it's because they're numbing pain, because they don't know how to deal with it. There's so many reasons why for that happens. And a lot of it stems back to childhood. They were abused one way or another. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that here, but just know that this week as well, you're very well going to feel that. You might be feeling like, especially with Thanksgiving in the US. Happy Thanksgiving for all my beautiful and wonderful, amazing friends and family in the US, by the way, as well, coming up this Thursday. So just, be more mindful, where you are. Excuse me, it's so dry in here. Even though I have my humidifier on, I need to be by the ocean and feel the fresh air vibes. It's cold. We're in Canada here. So, but anyways, let's pull a couple of cards. When I do readings, with you in person, or I mean like whenever I do a reading with you, I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium, past life akashic record, animal communicator. So I don't use cards because I'm clairvoyant. So, but because we're doing these videos, and collectively, let's see what messages that spirit has to say for you and for you and to you. Okay, so let me pull a couple of cards actually, from my Starseed Oracle, because it's very cosmic this week. Now, this deck here I'm going to be using is by Rebecca Campbell, the Starseed Oracle, by the way, for you guys that want to see it. I don't know, the lighting here is not that great. So, but and make sure that you clear your cards 3 times before you use them, because then it takes off the energy from yourself or whoever else used it from before in the past. So let's ask spirit. Like, I just literally say spirit because I channel 24/7 nonstop from different dimensions and beings. But because I'm doing YouTube, I just say spirit. It's just easier for me to say it to you. Unless I'm hearing one specific name loudly, then I will say that name, whoever it is, right? So, what's the collective message here? Collectively, from the universe and the spirit world, from November 13th to November 20th, 2022. What's the collective message for us? Okay, a couple of cards fell up, but I wasn't feeling it. I'm very sensitive. I can feel energy. So what's the collective message that we should know? November 30th or November 13th to the 20th. What's the collective message? November 13th to the 20th. What's the collective message from Spirit? November 13th to the 20th. What's the collective message? November 13th, right away. This fell over. Oh, this is so beautiful. Love it. big picture thinking, visionary, inspired ideas, Palladius energy. Look how beautiful that is. See the gateway there with the cosmic vibes? It's like you're walking into the new gateway. You know how I said there's been a lot of endings and new beginnings with relationships. Some of your family or pets or spirit guides or angels are with you, and they want you to walk towards the doorway, the new beginnings. They want you to release the old. They want you to start envisioning your future. Start writing it down. There's a lot of cosmic energies around you right now. Look how beautiful that is with the blues and the pinks and the reflection. See how down here there's like a reflection? That is you reflecting within your soul. You know how I said it's time to really reflect and be grateful and reflect upon the lessons that you have been learning with your relationships, friendships, business, within your own self. Reflection is so important. Reflect and meditate within. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to pull another card from this deck here, by the way. I just heard that from spirit. So didn't feel that. What's the collective message? November 13th to 20th for us cosmically. What is the cosmic message from the universe, spirit, November 13th to the 20th, right away? Activated earth, absolutely. Power places, ley lines, trust where you've led. So this energy, especially with the meteorite that is present right now as well, which is bringing in more vivid dreams, it affects the earth. The earth has its own heartbeat. So you have seen that there has been different worldwide events going on with Mother Earth, like more like tsunamis, more, like earthquakes, a lot of water energy as well. So the earth reacts to different energy, and especially the earth also is trying to get your attention because humanity, is waking up, but there's still energy that is abusing humanity and Mother Earth. With all of these wars going on, you're damaging Mother Earth and humanity with all of its species. So the earth talks to you in many ways. And that's why you'll see different times, different earthquakes and stuff like that too, because the energy is trying to get your attention, by the way. So let me pull a crystal. I love my crystals. So I'm going to use my deck here, Daily Crystal Inspiration by Heather Askinois. Those of you, I'm trying to rid of the reflection here. So let's find out what the cosmic crystal. I have a lot of my crystals here right now. Like here, this is my beautiful crystal. I love it. Citron. It looks like it's really, really heavy, like really heavy too. So what is the message from the crystals from November 13th to 20th, 2022 from the spirit world, from the universe? What's the best crystal for us to wear this week collectively? What is the best crystal for us to wear this week or be around? Isn't this interesting? Labradorite. See the magic. Now, you know how I just said also, like with the wars and such like this, how Earth is getting affected. Those are the colors of the Ukraine. And I mean, I also work with a Ukraine network, helping a lot of people daily myself. I'm not going to talk about that, but their color is blue and yellow. And also too, by the way, the blue represents your throat chakra for communication. The yellow represents friendship. So reunions are going on this week with Thanksgiving coming up. You're going to hear from people from your past as well. And it's not just because of Thanksgiving, but whenever you're hearing from different people from your past, be open to see what they, and to hear what messages they want to share to you or say to you. You can take that either way. Make sure you're listening in alignment. If there's certain people that are coming back and you're like, oh, hell no, sorry, but I don't want to get involved. You don't have to interact with that. Your lesson is over, and your soul contract is over with that person. So because it's so important to stay in gratitude, so important. Even the lessons that you've learned, I always thank Spirit. I'm like, you know what, Spirit, thank you for teaching me that lesson. I finally get it. Sometimes you have to repeat lessons over and over and over again until you wake up and get it. If you're constantly finding yourself in toxic relationships, really reflect back and see why. A lot of times it's because you don't love yourself enough. You don't know your worth, your self-esteem. So important to love yourself unconditionally first before you can have someone else love you unconditionally. Because if you don't, you're just going to settle and go through a karmic relationship. And I mean, I'm not judging anybody because that's your journey of your soul that you have to go through. People from your past life come back, soulmates, twin flames, all of those things. People are in and out all the time. And the more, like, if you're an old soul, like I'm a very old soul, you're going to find that you're going to connect with a lot of different people from other lifetimes. So you start to attract who you are. So pay attention to that. So let's just, what deck am I going to use here? I'm going to pull a couple of cards here from the Gratitude Oracle deck by Angela Hartfield. I love her decks. And let's just see what we need to be grateful for. What is the message collectively from Spirit for November 13th to 20th, 2022, from the spirit world, from the universe? What is the collective message from Spirit for this week for us? What's the collective message from Spirit? What's the collective message from Spirit this week? Wow. Didn't feel that. I'm not picking it up like to show I didn't feel it. Also, too, you guys, you might find that this week coming up, you're going to be more gravitating towards your soul's purpose, your soul's destiny. You have also been getting those signs of, you know, what are you passionate about? Where are you getting drawn to? You might find you might be signing up for different classes. You might find that, you know what, I want to take this course online, or, you know, I want to go back to school, to college or university, or whatever it is. Really pay attention to that, because that's your soul pulling you and guiding you towards, you know, what you could have wanted before, or what you wanted to do, but you didn't go through with it. I know, of course, COVID was, you know, stopped a lot of things and such, but your soul is bringing things back on purpose and more in alignment with you if you pay attention, by the way. So let's see what the message is, November 13th to the 20th. Right away, I love that card. So beautiful. Have patience. Love is love is patient and kind always. I've had people like, Jeni, when am I meeting my soulmate? When am I meeting my twin flame? Is this my soulmate? Is this my twin flame? When is this going to happen? Like, and I'm like, okay, first of all, let's calm down. Let's take that breathe in. Let's take that breathe out. Things come together at divine time. I know, Jack, but I hear that all the time. Divine timing, divine timing. What's up with that? It's true. If you try to force something or push something before the timing is right, it's not going to work. If you try to force a relationship or push a relationship, that person could walk away and say, you know what? I don't want to be around that person. They're just so pushy. I can't have a relationship with that. I'm not ready right now. Or there's still some things I have to resolve. Maybe you want to, find that job and work for that company. You can send in your resume or talk to them and talk to them. And you're like, why aren't they getting back to me? Why didn't they hire me? It's because you need to learn patience. Be patient. Things do come together in divine timing. You're not going to understand it at that moment when your emotions are high, when you're trying to push and force situations. But when you reflect back, you're going to be like, oh, I'm so grateful I didn't go in that relationship with that person, because now I really had that chance and opportunity to get to know them more. And no, thank you. There's red flags there. Or maybe that job that you wanted, maybe they hired somebody else, and that company had to hire somebody else because they're like, you know what, that person isn't working out. But what about that person who applied? Let's give them a call. Maybe the company's going through some restructuring times and they haven't had time to get back to you yet. And then you're going to be like, okay, now I know why that this happened. So you have to be patient. I know, I mean, I want things to speed up a certain way for myself as well. But I'm like, you know what? You have to be patient. You have to surrender that. And as long as you are working towards your goal, because what you do on a day-to-day basis will determine your future. Like I'm going to be starting a class soon. But and they're like, "Oh, Jenny, we love to have you. We want to have you." And I'm like, "I know. I'm so grateful to be a part of this, but right now for me, it's not the right semester. Perhaps next semester, because right now I still have to heal and work on this and this that first before I can be more part of that." So, and I'm like, okay, I'm still moving forward on making that happen, getting this and this and that. Yes, but things come together in divine timing. You really do have to be patient. It's not easy, right? It's not easy, believe me. But I mean, like when you really learned from it, you'll get it and you'll understand. You really will. So let's just pull another card here, just one last card here. And I'm going to be using Whispers of Healing by Angela Hartfelt, because we are still healing, we are still letting go. Our bodies are still upgrading to the cellular memory and releasing past life energies and such. And when you're reflecting within, you're healing. Like I'm also healing right now, myself from situations. And I'm like, you know what? I get it. I get it. And I already know that, right? But sometimes it's nice to have that card or confirmation that we're on a right path. And you can always book a reading with me and I can confirm a lot of different things with you and give you a lot of insights anyways. So don't worry, don't worry. So let's just pull a card here. What is the weekly collective vibes here cosmically from November 13th to 20th from Spirit? What is the weekly message here cosmically from Spirit? November 13th to the 20th. What's the message from Spirit? I felt that a little bit, but what's the weekly message here? Cards fell out and now I didn't feel it. What is the weekly message here from Spirit? I heard the fairy realm coming through for some reason. What's the weekly cosmic energy? What's the weekly cosmic energy? 13th of November to the 20th. What's the message from Spirit? Yes, right away. Oh, how beautiful. Receive healing. Be open to healing. When you're open to receive, like, whenever those tears are coming up and those memories are sparking up or something happens and you all of a sudden get really sad and really like, why is this happening? Be open to receive healing. Call upon your angels. If you need healing, if you need extra guidance, you can always book a reading with me or whoever it is or whatever, to help you through that process. And it's really, really important that you have compassion towards yourself. We're here on work, or we're here on this planet Earth, which is one of the toughest, which is actually the toughest school of all of the planets above, to learn lessons, to clear karmic energies, to clear karmic ties. You can't run from anything, you guys. Whenever that memory is coming up, you have to deal with it. That's why you're going to find that those certain memories that even from childhood, especially now with this Chiron energy, is coming to the surface on purpose. You could have more nightmares. You could all of a sudden feel really scared, or like, oh my God, why all of a sudden do I feel like the world is crashing in on me? Things like that. So really pay attention to what messages you're hearing. Your angels are with you. They're right there with you. Archangel Michael, please come down. Please, or Archangel Raphael, please help me cut the ties energetically with this person or this situation. Angel of Mercy, I need your help. Please come forth. I need your guidance. I need you to help me through this. Whatever it is, they are there and they will be with you. You might feel that warmth all of a sudden come over your body. Really pay attention to that. You have to surrender it. You can't force that situation. So anyways, you guys, hit that little subscribe button at the corner there, like the video and make some comments. Let me know what you guys are going through. I want to know what you're grateful for. Give me 5 things that you are grateful for. Seriously, What are you grateful for? Really reflect on that. You must be grateful for yourself, number one. You must show yourself compassion too. Okay. So, namaste, you guys. And I'm going to put my website below. I do free readings in a group on Facebook, free psychic clairvoyant readings with Jeni Ji Cousins. I'm going to put that below. Join my group because I'm going live again this coming week and doing free readings. Okay, so namaste, you guys, and happy Thanksgiving to my beautiful American friends and family. Namaste. Namaste.